Absolutely fine. Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay, great. So the weekend has finally arrived. I mean, it's just around the corner. So, what are your plans for the next 2 days?
Next 2 days, for next 2 days on Sunday, there is one of my friends has inauguration. They are
Mm-hmm.
shifting in a new home, so I'll go there on
Hmm.
Sunday. But on Saturday it will be usual day. Yeah, no other plans.
Okay, very well. So, I hope you've planned something exciting. Catching up with your friend is a very good way to spend your weekend.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very well then. Great. And do you guys celebrate Navratri or Durga Puja or Dasera? So, what do you celebrate back home?
Yeah, we celebrate everything. Yeah, Durga Puja, even Navratri, Dashara, Diwali. But this year, we are not going to celebrate Diwali or any festival, I guess, because we
Okay.
lost a family
Mm-hmm.
member recently. Like it's been only a few days. Yeah, on 1st October. Yeah, itself on first October, my my elder cousin, yes. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so because of that we are not
Okay.
going to
Okay. I'm
celebrate
so sorry to hear
festival.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Fine then. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's move on to the session material then. It's about cooking. So, are you somebody who goes to the kitchen and does any cooking experiments?
No, I don't really enjoy cooking. Basically, I am not a big fan of cooking. But yeah, I have
Mm-hmm.
some experience of making Maggie or tea, and I really make nice, tasty tea. I guess some like many times if some people come visit us, my mother always asks me when I'm home.
Yeah.
My mother always asks me to make tea for them, and especially I love to make tea in winters because in winters we can add more ingredients in that in order to make it a little more tasty.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I
Hmm.
can cook only
Okay.
three things, not more than that.
So, whatever is required for your survival, you know that.
Yeah, but I think nowadays it is not difficult to learn cooking because once
Yeah.
you need something and when you are alone, you can learn from YouTube and you can simply cook.
Absolutely, yes. And in our society, we have very confusing beliefs, right? If you see, a lot of people still feel that women belong in the kitchen and they should take complete charge of the cooking. Men should not enter the kitchen to cook, and so many different thought processes still exist. But if you see, there are so many great chefs around the world who are all men, right? So, do you believe in these kind of gender stereotypes that men should do this, women should only do this? So, do you believe in those things, and have you seen these things in your life?
First, I don't believe in that. It should not
Hmm.
be just gender biased. Any work should not be biased ever. Second thing, if I have seen, yeah, I have seen a lot because we are in India, and India it is very rooted, and many people used to do this still also. Like I know my mother used to do the household chores always, and then
Yeah.
when I was very young in my childhood
Hmm.
we used to play, and that time my grandfather used to say us, why are you playing, learn that, learn these things. Your aunts were
Hmm.
able to cook this much, your aunts were able to bring water, that matke mein pani lana and everything. Your aunt knew how to
Yeah.
do this, how to boil milk and make food and chapatis, especially in that, I don't know what we call it, tandoor. Do you know tandoor?
Yeah.
Tandoori chapati,
Yes, yes,
right?
it's tandoor only. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very traditional form of cooking. So
traditional.
we call it
Yes.
tandoor. Even the Westerners call it tandoor itself.
Okay, tandoor. Yeah. So my
Yeah.
grandfather used to say this to us always. In that, bad manner, like why you are playing, girls don't play. And they don't used to say to my brother like why he is playing, but he always used to said this to only
Hmm.
us, like we are three at home. So we used to listen to a lot these kind of things, like you should learn. And I have seen also
Hmm.
in villages only women do this kitchen work, the household chores. But I don't
Hmm.
believe in that. It should be changed. It should be not gender biased, and it should be like people learn about
Yeah.
cooking or household chores or the outwork also, indoor, outdoor, everything is like anyone can learn, anyone needs to do.
Yes, absolutely. I think as we are progressing, it's important
Mhm.
for both boys and girls to know how to cook and take care of themselves. At least the basics. You don't have to be master chef, but just the basics. Little by little, if we learn it, we will be able to take care of ourselves, right? So
Yes.
that is there. And a tandoor, it's if you have to describe tandoor to anyone, you can just say it is a clay oven. It's an oven that's made out of clay. So that's how you can describe it. But the name remains the same. It remains tandoor only. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
do you remember any kitchen experiment fails that you've had? Something that you wanted to try something, but it ended up becoming something else. With me, there are like so many numerous experiences. So do you have any?
Because I guess you have tried a lot of things in
Yeah.
kitchen, but yeah, that's why it turned like this. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
tried much. Once when I was there with my sister, elder sister's home, I
Hmm.
tried cooking the sweet. I don't know what we call it. Do you know about malpua?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So
I
what
know.
we call it in English? I
It's an
I
Indian
don't know.
dessert, so it's bound to have an
Yeah.
Indian name only, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So I cooked the malpua. The first malpua was like a different shape. I don't know
Yeah.
what was that, in different shape, and it was not cooked very well. That is the only experience I had. I have, otherwise no. I didn't try much things. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, very well. Great. So,
So you
what you
have
can
a
do?
experience. So you can share anyone.
One, I mean, if I start sharing my kitchen experiment fails with you, I would require 2 hours. But, anyways, I'll tell you my first time trying to make a dosa. With a lot of excitement, I went to the store, got the dosa batter, heated that cast iron skillet, poured the batter on the skillet. I didn't know that it has to be really hot when I pour it, right? So I just
Yes.
poured it, and I what do I call it? I spread the batter on the skillet, right? And then it just stuck there. It just refused to budge. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know where I went wrong that time. And then I literally had to scrape it off. So by the time the dosa was off the skillet, it was in bits and pieces, and I wasted the entire dosa batter, the whole packet, with the same
Oh God.
experience. Yeah. So that day I decided I'm not going to cook on this skillet. So immediately I ordered that non-stick tawa that you get, the non-stick thing.
Mhm.
So I ordered that. Now by God's grace it comes up well. Okay. I'm not saying I'm a pro, but it's fine. I can manage. At least the batter doesn't get wasted. So this is one of the experiments. The rest of the things I'll tell you sometime in great detail.
It means you enjoy
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah. If I'm trying out a new recipe for the first time, I don't enjoy it as much because these kind of things will definitely happen. Maybe sometimes the salt is a little more, or sometimes it becomes really spicy. So these things
Mm-hmm.
happen. But when you repeat the same recipe 2 times, 3 times, then you get a hang of it. Then it turns out well. So practice, even in cooking, just like English, practice is the key. The more you practice, the better you get. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how.
Grandmother has a really great
Yeah.
experience of cooking,
Hmm.
especially traditional, that delicious food made by many.
Yeah.
The I don't know the exact names, but she cooks
Hmm.
really well. Like whenever someone come or whenever I go home, she always love cooking.
Oh, that's so sweet. I think grandmothers love to feed us, sometimes overfeed us.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I think that's one of the sweetest ways of showing your love to someone, when you put the efforts to make something and then you feed it to them. It's one of the purest forms of love. That's what I feel.
And we
So
have
when you go work,
experienced this from
yeah, yeah,
grandmothers. I was saying, like, we have experience of this love come from grandparents especially.
absolutely. And sometimes they even get you some sweets and chocolates that your parents don't allow you to eat. No, secretly, they'll sneak it in and they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think these were some of the greatest pleasures of childhood. Now we don't get
Hmm.
to experience it that much, but I think in those days it was really nice. It was fun.
Yeah.
Very well then, great. And do you eat out very often from restaurants or street stalls? Are you a foodie in that sense?
No, I'm not at all. Like, I'm a person, I don't know why, how we call it in English. I
Hmm.
eat for living. I have food for
You
living
eat to
only,
live.
so I'll eat whatever I
Yeah.
enjoy. Yeah, I eat to live. Yes, I eat to live. Even whatever I enjoy, also I eat only in a minimum quantity, like not more than that.
Hmm.
So I'm not a
Okay.
foodie person, and I don't eat out.
All right. So is it the taste that bothers you, or is it the hygiene or the health aspect? What stops you from experimenting with foods outside?
Mm, I don't know. Not hygiene, because of hygiene. Not the what was the last thing?
One
Taste.
was
Yeah.
hygiene, the other was taste, and lastly, it was health.
Health, not health wise. I'm not that much conscious, and I think it doesn't even bother me a
Hmm.
lot. Not even a little bit,
Hmm.
can be, it can be taste, yes, because there are a lot of things I don't enjoy eating. I enjoy only home cooked food.
Okay.
Yes.
Hmm. All right, great. So now let's play a small vocabulary game. All right. So I'll give you the name of the dish or the food item. Doesn't have to be like a dish, just a simple food item, and you have to tell me the name of its texture. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with our favorite potato chips. The thin wafers or the thin potato chips that you get. What is that texture called?
I'm not getting exactly
It
texture
starts with a
means.
C. Texture means the, like, if you bite a biscuit, it's crunchy, right? If you eat any desserts, it's a soft dish. So that is called as the texture, the feel that you get when you're eating it.
Okay. Okay. I don't think
That's the
so.
meaning of
I
the
will be
texture.
able to decide. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so potato chips.
Potato chips. I don't know much names of these textures. I think crunchy. Potato chips.
Yeah, you
Not
can say
crunchy.
it's crispy. Crunchy is
Crispy.
when any food item is slightly thick, has, yeah,
Hmm.
crispy. Okay, crunchy
Crispy.
means whenever something is a little thicker, right? And you can literally, you have to put slightly more efforts to break it. That's
That's
crunchy. If it's
much
something very
softer.
thin and brittle,
Okay.
yeah, those things are all crispy. You know, these wafers, potato chip, these are called crispy food. If anything is made with a lot of butter and cream, it's called creamy. And food that you have to chew a lot, for example, bubblegum, it doesn't disintegrate in your mouth easily. You have to literally chew it so much, right?
Yes.
Only then it becomes slightly softer. So those kind of food items are called chewy, chewy.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. You might have observed this whenever you dip a biscuit for too long in hot liquid, maybe coffee or tea. it becomes a little too soft. It's not just soft, it's extremely soft. Do you know what that texture is called? It starts with an S. The word starts with an S.
Mm, no, I don't know.
It's called soggy. All right, it's called soggy. So when you
Soggy, I
dip
have
anything
heard it.
crispy or crunchy in a hot liquid, yeah,
Hmm.
right, it becomes
Soggy.
soggy.
Hmm.
And the last
Mhm.
texture that I want to discuss with you is syrupy. 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 Syrupy means something that is like a syrup. For example, honey. So if you take honey and you try to pour it, it has its syrup like texture. No, it's thick and sticky. Correct? It is very thick and sticky. So these kind of sugary liquids or syrups are said to have a syrupy texture. Got it?
There is network issue, I guess, in between your video got stuck, but yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, today I
Okay, is
learned
the audio
something.
fine?
It is exciting one.
Yes. Yeah. Because we
Yeah,
have to
it's
learn English in such a way that we can relate it with our day-to-day life.
day-to-day life, yes. Oh God, the network is
Yes,
really
yes.
bad.
From my end, I'm so sorry. I'm really, really
No
sorry.
problem.
Let
I
me
don't
turn off
know
my
it.
video for a few minutes. Okay. No,
No
no, it's
problem.
probably from my end. Okay, so let me turn off my video. So I'm so sorry if it will cause a hindrance for you to put it on YouTube, but just for knowledge sake, I'll continue. So we have gone
Yeah.
through the most important textures. We've learned crispy, crunchy, soggy, creamy, syrupy, chewy. So the next time you're
Wow.
eating something, try to categorize that food item into
Yeah.
this. See where it falls.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
All
Yeah, I'll
right.
do my research
And
also
now
on that. So
talking
I can
about the
learn.
taste. Absolutely, 100%. I'm sure you will be able to find more interesting things. Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely, you can. All right. Next, I would like to quickly touch upon the topic of taste. We all know the basic tastes, right? We know what is spicy, we know what is sweet, we know what is bitter.
Mhm.
Correct. What
Better.
about the rest? So there are some food items that have a very
Mm-hmm.
strong smell. For example, onion, garlic. They have a very strong
Mm-hmm.
smell, but it's
Yes.
not spicy. It's also not sweet. What do you
Not
call them?
spicy.
Any idea? Any
No.
idea what
To
it's
be
called?
honest, I haven't. If I have heard once or twice, I'm not able to recall, but cautiously, I don't know exactly.
Hmm. No problem. So it's called pungent. Pungent.
Oh, okay. Have
Okay.
you written down in the chat box? Okay,
You might have
pungent.
heard
Oh,
this somewhere. Yeah.
hmm.
Pungent. Yes, it's called pungent. Food that has a very intense aroma, very strong aroma. That's called pungent.
Hmm.
Okay.
Pungent. Okay.
Next,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Next, there is a taste called tangy. Instead of giving you the definition of tangy, I can give you a very popular Indian food type, chaat. You know chaat items? They are
Yes.
sweet, they are spicy, they are sour.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mix of so many
Mix.
good flavors. So those kind of food items, it's called tangy. Correct.
Tangy.
Food that
Okay.
is slightly more on the sweet and sour side. It's that's slightly more on the खट्टा जिसे बोलते हैं ना. Hello?
Hello. I cannot hear you.
Is my voice breaking?
Yeah,
Sorry,
now I
can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me now?
Yes, it is
Okay,
breaking in
tangy
between.
means khatta. Okay,
Okay, yeah, got it. Got it. I'll research about it. Just tell me the
tangy means
names.
sour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Sour.
Imagine
Okay.
that. Okay, tangy means uh, tangy means mixture of